Hello everyone, welcome to another Adobe Illustrator tutorial. This is Andre from Dagubi. In this tutorial I would like to show you how to create these brushes and how to design this technical background with the brushes. So we'll start with a new document, go to File and click on New, choose Print for the size A4 and please press this landscape button, and for the width 340 millimeters, and for the color mode choose RGB and click OK. Okay, the next thing what we need to do is create different shapes for my pattern brushes. So I start with this shape. So please choose the rectangle tool and black color for the fill. Now with the selection tool, please hold down the Alt key and move this down, and hold down the Shift key. Scale this a little bit and move it up. So make a new copy, hold down the Alt key and the Shift key. And now scale this like this. Okay, next we need a polygon tool. So please hold down the Shift key and next place it here and make some copies. Hold down the Alt and the Shift key. So now select these shapes and now go to Pathfinder and click on Unit. So now move these shapes up and now select this shape and this shapes and go to Pathfinder and click on minus front. Now choose again the rectangle tool and create this rectangle. Now make a copy from this rectangle, hold down the Alt and the Shift key and make a new copy. Please choose the free transform tool and scale this a little bit. So next select these three shapes, hold down the Shift key. So move this shape a little bit. Now again select the Shift key to select more shapes. Now click on Pathfinder on Unit and now select this shape and these three shapes and now click again on minus front. Okay, next select this shape, hold down the Alt key and the Shift key to make a copy. With the free transform tool, scale this and make some copies. And now make new copy from this shape. So now make a copy. And now hold down the Control key and D to make more copies. And now choose the selection tool and delete some of these rectangles. Please press the delete key on your keyboard. Okay, this is your first brush. So before I'm going to create a pattern brush from these shapes, shrink this a little bit. You have some options to create a brush. So you can click on this button, new brush, or you can go to the brushes panel options and click on new brush, or you can drag this shapes into your brushes panel and create a new brush. So click on this button and now choose pattern brush and click OK. And change the colorization method to tints and click OK. So let's take a look what we have done. Please choose the ellipse tool and create a new circle and choose for the fill none color and black color for the stroke and click on your new brush. So now you can change the stroke weight or you can change the color. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start my second brush. So choose a rectangle tool and create a rectangle like this. And now choose black for the stroke color and none for the fill. And with the selection tool, make some copies. Hold down the Alt and the Shift key. Select these shapes and make a new copy. So this is the second brush. Select all these shapes and create a new pattern brush. Click on this new brush button, choose pattern brush, and change the colorization method to tints, and click OK. So delete these shapes. Choose the ellipse tool and choose your new brush. Okay, delete this circle and create a new layer. And now I'm going to make my third brush. Okay, choose the rectangle tool and you can start with the shapes. So black color for the fill. Make a copy. And now hold down the Control and D. Make a copy from this shape. And a new copy. Press Control and D. Scale this a little bit. So make a copy for the arrow. So now please go to Object, Path, and choose Add Anchor Points. So you have new anchor points. Okay, first delete these 2 points with Direct Selection tool. This point and this. And click on this Remove Selected Anchor Points button. Or you can go to the Pen tool and choose this Delete Anchor Point tool. And click on this and this anchor point. So now move this point a little bit to the left, and now select these 2 points and move it to the right. And now make a copy. And now hold down the Control key and press D to make more copies. So now please delete this arrow and scale this a little bit. And last, delete this rectangle. Okay. So now select all these shapes and make a new brush. Choose again pattern brush. Click OK and change this to tints. So in the last brush looks like this. Or you create a line with the pen tool. Okay. So the next thing what we need to do is create a big rectangle. So for the stroke, please choose none color, and for the fill, choose a gradient. First, this black and white gradient, and now I'm going to change the color to dark blue. Choose RGB and choose, for example, this color. So now move this handle a little bit to the left and move this in the middle. So now click here on this place, and now you have the same dark blue color, and drag this to the left. And now make a double click on this center handle and change this to RGB and change this blue for example this color. Now choose the gradient tool and click here, and now hold down the shift button, shift key. Oops. So this is your gradient. Now lock this layer, and now you can start with the ellipse tool and create a big circle with blue color for the stroke and none for the fill. And now please click on these two buttons, horizontal align center, and this button, vertical align center. Okay, and now you can apply one of your pattern brushes and change the size. Okay. So the next thing what we need to do is make a copy from this brush. So please drag this brush down to the new brush button, and now make a double, first select this shape. Now make a double click on this brush and flip across and click OK. Press apply to strokes. So now you can see this is your first brush and this is a flip brush. So now I'm going to change the size. That's okay. Now make a copy from this layer. Drag this down to the new layers button. And now change the stroke white. And you can rotate this a little bit. Okay. And go to the transparency, opacity, and change this. And make a new copy. Drag this layer down to the new layers button. And now shrink this. Change the stroke white. So that's okay. Now make a copy again. Now move this copy, for example, here on this place. Shrink this a little bit. And now apply your first brush. Okay, so you can rotate this brush a little bit. Now make again a copy and change the stroke white. And change the opacity. So now make a copy from your first circle and apply this brush and change the stroke white like this. You can rotate this a little bit. So please lock all these layers and now choose the pen tool and create a line. Please hold down the shift key and now apply your third brush and change the stroke white so you can scale this. So the next thing what we need is create a clipping mask that goes like this. So please unlock this background and make a copy and now drag this layer up on top. So now please deselect all and choose this group layer and click on this button, make release clipping mask. So now you can see all these shapes are inside the clipping mask. Okay, now change the opacity of this layer Okay, now make some copies. Now move this layer a little bit down, change the stroke white, change the opacity a little bit, and make a new copy. Move this down and change the stroke white like this. Okay, the next thing what I'm going to do is select these 3 layers and now go to Objects and click on Expand Appearance. So now choose the Free Transform tool and now click here and scale this. Okay, and move this a little bit to the right. And now we'll move it a little bit up. So click Hide Edges and now go to the stroke color and choose white. So now we can choose the group selection tool and now click on, for example, on this little shape, this, and choose some of your shapes and change the color, for example, also to white. Okay. So if you would like, you can change the color of the other shapes. Choose the Magic Wand tool and click on this shape, for example, and change this color to dark blue, make it a little bit darker. Okay, so now please lock these layers, and now I'm going to select this shape and this shape. There's only these 2 shapes. And now go to Objects and click on Expand Appearance. change a little bit the opacity, and now apply white color for the stroke, and change the opacity of this shape. That's fine. Okay, and last, please choose the ellipse tool and create a circle. Change the color, none for stroke, and for the fill, choose this gradient. Now change the type to radial. Now we have to change this black color. Please choose, make a double click on this handle and change this color to RGB. And it's very important to set this to 0, all three colors. Okay, move this handle a little bit inside, and now go to transparency and change this blending mode to screen. So you can drag this handle. Okay. Now click on these two buttons, horizontal and vertical align center. And now you can make more copies and shrink this a little bit. So if you like, you can select some of these little shapes and change the color. So, but before I do that, make a double click on this group layer and change this color to, for example, gold. And now you can see a little bit better these lines. So change this to white, or yes, and now select some more shapes and change this to dark blue. So if you like, you can change the color of all these shapes. Please select first unlock all these layers, and now select this group, and now click on this button, this recolor artwork tool, and now click on edit, and please click this little button, link harmony colors, and now you can drag this slider for brightness and this slider for color, so you can apply more saturation, make this darker or lighter. So, but I prefer this blue. That's it, I'm finished. Thanks for watching. Please press thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want to see more of my tutorials, please subscribe my channel. Hope to see you soon.